Well, hello, my name is Cynthia Rowland.
And I'm Jackie Silver.
And together we are
the Ageless Sisters.
And today we have Ellen Sirot with us. Oh my goodness, she came in wearing gloves.
And why? Why would someone come in wearing gloves?
Because she is a very famous hand model and she has to keep those hands away from the sun and any kind of damaging rays. Am I right, Ellen?
You are exactly right.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are so delighted you're here. I can't really turn around and face you that way, but you know that I'm happy that you're here.
I am thrilled to be here, too.
Good.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, when we contacted Ellen, we did not know that she was going to send us these fabulous products of hers. And I have to tell you that I've been using them now about 2 weeks and my hands are visibly softer. But the most important aspect that came along with Ellen's products was this little cuticle pin that she gave us. And I used one of these for about 4 days before I had a manicure. And when I sat in my manicurist's chair, instead of her looking at my cuticles, shaking her head and making all sorts of noises about my cuticles, she said, you know, we really don't have to do anything about your cuticles today. So Ellen, thank you so much.
Oh, you are so welcome.
So Ellen, tell us, how does someone become a hand model? I've always wondered that.
Yes, right. Well, it's a crazy career choice, as you can imagine. So let me just take off my gloves now that I'm inside. We're safe.
I can't wait to see.
Just, we'll do the little hand striptease. Woo!
Oh my gosh, look at those gorgeous hands.
Right.
They look like they're 15 or even 13.
Right, and that's the truth of the matter, is that I'm actually a hand in. My hands play women who are 13, 19, 20, for the young magazines, and then for the 20 and 30-year-old magazines, and then for the 40 and 50. So I sort of have ageless hands.
You definitely have ageless hands. You're ageless all over, and we found out Ellen's age, and it just blew our minds.
I know, we were shrieking.
Yeah. Okay, well, should we say what you thought?
Yes, okay. So I looked at Ellen's hands, and I said she's 12, but then I knew she was a little older than 12, so I said she's 35, and Cynthia said she was 36 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then we found out she's
49.
Oh my goodness.
She is definitely on the right track.
Well, and your hands are actually younger than your face in a way.
Yes.
Because you have such beauty and nothing. I mean, really, I don't even want to put my hands up there.
Right. Well, and especially compared to other people, because the truth is we know how to take care of the rest of us. We're really trained very well how to take care of our faces and our hair and do our facial exercises and so on. And so everybody's looking and feeling good. 40's the new 30, except in our hands, where 40 is usually 60, 70, 80. People are unhappy with how their hands look.
Well, some of those celebrity women who I won't name, oh my gosh, the media is just brutal with them, right?
Right, and it's always about the hands. They look great, and then you look at those hands, you're like, oh,
so
no.
What can women do about their hands?
Right. Well, there's a lot of things that we can actually do, and it's really simple. We just have to regard our hands in the same way that we regard the rest of us and spend a minute a day. The fact is, your hands are your fastest aging body part, right? And you know why? Because the skin on your hands is so incredibly thin. It's just like the thin skin around your eyes, and yet we know how we take care of our eyes. We have sunglasses and exercise and cream and blah, 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 everything that we do. But our hands are out there in the world. They're doing everything for us. They're in the elements, and we're washing them. How many times? 25? It might be 50 times a day.
Ellen already knows that I'm a clean freak.
So it's really a problem. We're washing the skin right off of them, and that's what makes the skin thin so much, and the veins protrude, and the bones protrude, and everything that happens to them. So
and then the brown spots start. Oh my God.
The brown spots are really a sign of aging, and much sooner than any other place. It's usually the first marker of age is on your hands, and people look down and think, oh no, it's so sad. It's my grandma's hands down there, but we can really turn back the hands of time. We just need to take care of them, just like we take care of the rest of us. So you have to think, number one, sun. Okay, so you have to remember to put sunscreen on your hands. You really have to protect this skin just like we protect every other part of our body.
I have a question. How far up, is your money spot?
My money spot? Here. Okay. So for me, that I'll have to go to the 100th degree is that really when I'm in the sun, I actually a lot of times wear gloves just because the sun is so strong. You can see I'm sort of this guinea pig for it, that when I put sunscreen on, Well, if I wear a little glove and just put sunscreen on here, sometimes I even get a sunline from wearing
Right,
sunscreen.
right, I believe that.
So yeah, the sun is very strong and just getting stronger every year. So absolutely be using that sunscreen on your hands. And there's a lot of products now that mix that have the SPF with a moisturizing hand cream.
Well, you know what? When I go out in the sun just for vitamin D, 10, 15 minutes, even then, I lay on my hands. I do not let them get anywhere near the sun.
Right.
And when we're driving, she doesn't let me drive the 10 and 2 position anymore because she said, yes, down here.
Very
because,
good.
Yes, because your hands are constantly exposed.
Absolutely. That's a huge point. That's
Yes.
really, really good. And then think about when you're washing your hands. Obviously, we need to wash our hands when we need to have our hands clean for sanitary reasons. But there's all those other times a day when you're washing your hands, when you're washing the dishes or when you're washing, when you're like cleaning up after the kids or the pet or, some other times that you can be wearing the dishwashing kind of gloves.
Right.
You're loading the dishwasher. Other times that you're getting your hands wet when they don't really need to be wet. And that's something important to remember, to really try to protect your hands as much as you can. Because water is dehydrating, as we know.
Ellen, your clients must demand different nail lengths. How do you deal with that?
Well, my hands are known as product hands, and that means I'm usually the mom or someone who's baking something or cleaning something or one of those things in my TV commercials.
She doesn't really clean.
I do what I have to do, but I protect my hands while I'm doing it. And so I tend to keep my nails on the short side because you don't want a hand that grabs the attention. It's sort of the best supporting actress hand. So my nails tend to be short for the commercials and everything like that anyway, but I can always make them shorter and they grow very quickly because I take vitamins and things, and because I use my products, it conditions my nails so they never break. So I never am having that problem to deal with. So it's fine. I don't mind going shorter. I don't like to put on the artificial nails. That's a little bit harder on my nails. So if I have to do that, then I have to take a few days off from modeling.
Okay. Now, I have a question, and we're going to get to the products in a minute because she has some wonderful products. But like women over 40, what about blue veins?
The veins. Okay, so what happens is, as we were talking before, our skin thins on the hands so much, and that's when you hear about the boniness and the veininess. That's one reason that those veins start to really protrude. Also, things like aerobic exercise, like you'll notice if you wake up in the morning that your hands aren't as veiny, but if you go to the gym and stuff like that, then the veins start, it's all your circulation, so the veins start coursing more. Also, if you eat salt or caffeine, that really accentuates it. But in general, it's all about the thin skin. And so you want to really moisturize. You want to use something that has hyaluronic acid, something like that plumps the skin from the inside out, and that really helps to offset any of the thinning skin. And just to take care of them and not run them down so much. And antibacterials, rough, that soap, the soaps that are really, really drying, things like that you want to try to phase out and just really think about your hands. Your hands need a beauty treatment just like the rest of you do. Also, if you have that special picture, if you're getting married, something like that where you really need a close-up on your hand, you can do the hand model cheat, which is put your hands above your head, make sure the blood drains out from them because they're above your heart, and then if you look at them, you're like, oh,
gosh, you're right. My veins disappeared. Oh my God, that made the whole interview worthwhile. Now, tell us about your wonderful products because. Okay, first before we do that, I have to admit that I am a nail picker a cuticle picker, just from way back, just born that way. And when I started using Ellen's cuticle pen, I have not picked. My cuticles look much better.
Right.
Ellen inspected them and she approved.
I did.
So tell about this. You have yours.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it, and then we'll talk about why it helped you guys so much. So what was happening is, I was hand modeling. I'm the queen of the hand models. I've been doing this a long time.
I love it.
But as I was getting into my 40s, even I was beginning to see the signs of aging on my hands. And so for anyone, that's a horrible moment. For a hand model, it was just devastating. Yeah, it was awful. So I started running around and figuring there must be something out there that can help my hands and offset this. And I really noticed that there was sort of a missing category in the anti-aging marketplace for hands, and there was really such high-end amazing technology for our faces, but not really anything that could absorb well into the hands.
So why can't you use the face thing on the hands? I know people are thinking that.
It's different consistency, because think about it, your skin on your face, it can sit on your face, it can be a little glossy on your face, a little oily, it doesn't have to absorb in the same way that your hands have to absorb. You can't have any greasy feeling on your hands. Your hands has to have a quick dry down with any product. Plus, they're in water. They're really like using them as tools every single day, all day. So they have to have something that's protective and that can get on there, last, absorb well, end of story. Your face, That's why hands are such a beauty challenge, because it's not only how they look, it's how they feel. Like, think about you're shaking hands, you're touching people you don't even know every single day, and so your hands say so much about you. Right, so huge beauty challenge. The stuff for your face really doesn't work for your hands. It has to be mixed and formulated in a whole different way. Okay, so here I am in my 40s, I'm saying science fiction. And so I began to mix and match in my own kitchen. I became my own chemist, and just really trying to find how I could, just for myself, make something that would work for me. And I began to realize, well, wow, if I'm having this problem, everyone in the world must be having it, because at least I've been aware of my hands. And so I began to talk to people more, and eventually I just thought, you know what, I have to create a product, because there's nothing out there. And nobody needs to be a hand model like I do, but everyone wants to have the softest, most ageless, lovely, healthy hands that they can possibly have. So I put myself into the beauty world on a different side than the modeling side, and I got like this instant MBA of how to start a business and how to work with chemists and designers and everything else. And so I launched this product a few years ago called Hand Perfection. It got a lot of press right away. We're very excited. So we've gotten press, and the beauty editors love it. And now we're actually coming out with a new whole line that has SPF in it, and is very affordable for everybody. So it's sort of the quick, perfect antidote to anti-aging on the hands, and it's quick, easy, effective, affordable, happy hands, happy life.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. So first we have just our day cream, which is so easy to use, and you guys, here, I'll give it.
Oh, and here I was taking the top off. See, she thought of everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yes,
you can even put it on this part of your hands is where we want to concentrate. So really, you know, we're so used to putting it on the insides of your hands, but really where you want to work it in is the tops of your hands, because that's where the skin is really getting damaged. And this helps to brighten the skin, to tighten the skin, to help offset, you know, the hyperpigmentation, those little spots that we hate. And it's a nice, quick dry down, no fragrance, so you don't have that competing, you know, thing. And it's just very glossy. And you'll see instantaneously, you can see a difference.
Yes.
Do that. Get my veins gone.
Well, it reflects the light
amazing
too.
how
So
that
right
works.
away your hands look better. And then over the course of a few days, it really helps to turn back the hands of time, to, you know, to tighten the skin and do all those things that you
And
really
I've
need
noticed
to.
that I don't look dry on the back of my
Exactly. And that makes a huge difference.
You know what? I remember another thing Ellen telling us, and that was that you can even wash your hands with this and it doesn't wash off.
Right. Well, it
important,
absorbs,
right?
well, it stays on through multiple washes.
That's so
Like
Yeah,
4 or
so
5
it's
washings. I would
Yeah, and then
imagine.
you begin to notice that you want to put it on again. Yeah.
Now, I have another quick question that's like aside from this, but you know, I free flow. Do you have to like maintain a certain weight?
Yes.
I mean, I'm thinking all these things. Like people think, oh, she's so lucky. She could just stand here and go like that and have her picture taken. But it's a lot of work and pressure on you.
Yeah. Hand
If you
modeling.
gain 5 pounds or eat salt, you're out of work.
Absolutely. It really makes a difference too. There's the whole hand model diet, I call, because you really
That's
have
your
to.
next book.
I definitely have the weight that's optimum for the photography for my hands, because the camera puts on weight, you know, and it's so close up that anything, that one little finger, you know, if it's this much wider, looks like an enormous finger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
do you have your hands insured?
My hands have been insured, yes.
I just love that question. Okay, let's get back to my
right.
most favorite product
Yes.
of yours.
Well, how many products are in the line?
3. We're basically on 3 now. So we have a day cream,
The
a
night
night
cream,
cream,
yes.
which really helps. So the day cream is more protective, and it really is combating the elements and you know, the environment and everything. And the night solution, it's more to work with your circadian rhythms and how cells regrow overnight, and helping to really boost the reversal of the signs of aging.
Want some?
Yeah.
Okay, what about our little
All right, so
favorite
nail and
secret?
cuticle. Okay, so this is, I call it Mini Manny in a minute. Okay, so
Many
in a minute.
Say that 3
So
times
first of all, nothing messy, it doesn't
Yeah.
leak or anything,
Right.
right? And so there's this little nice soft tip. And so it's a beautiful combination of oils. And what we have to think about with our hands is it's not only the hands that are aging, but the nails and cuticles, what happens is they get really dried out. So the cuticles get flaky and people pick them
And they
then you have
get
to nip
ridgy
them.
on the nails.
Yeah, and then the nails are also dry, dehydrated, unconditioned. So this hydrates and conditions both your nails and your cuticles. So I can do it on me. And so we put it on the nails and we can put it on the cuticles. And this works over polish or instead of polish.
Really?
Yes.
Over?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Right.
I did
So
not
then you
know.
put it on, and this is a nice soft tip. So what I do is I put the oil on all my fingernails like this, and then I use the soft tip to go back and gently push back my own cuticles. Because it's very important to train your own cuticles so that you don't have to have the manicurist nipping them.
Right.
You never get them nipped, right?
No, just
Yeah.
like, if I happen to have one that just is sort of, standing up and really saying, okay, I've had enough, then I might nip it off. But generally, my cuticles, like yours now, are really very hydrated and framing the fingernail, and that's their job. That's what you want them to do. And then you just rub it in. And my favorite is to use this instead of polish, just to have a nice, naked, healthy nail.
Yeah.
And this makes them have a nice glow.
It is
and then you're
very
good to go.
nice.
Here,
I love
let's look
it.
at your cuticles.
No,
Here, we
let's
can-
not. That'll be the
Well, I'll
next
just look.
the next interview.
Yeah, well, hers are doing. I will report that hers are doing very well, and they're
Thank you.
not fragmented
I
at all.
know,
So you
I
can
have-
be very happy.
Thank
and
you.
I know with you, yours are looking beautiful. The other little trick is that it makes the polish last longer.
Oh, I love that trick.
It's not official, but I'll tell you.
Now, I have another question
These
that
look
because
beautiful.
I am always
Thank
playing
you.
devil's advocate. I am like the devil's advocate girl, and that is people might be thinking, oh well, she probably doesn't have any kids, and she probably doesn't lift a finger. Do you have any kids or?
I have kids and I do lift a finger.
See, okay.
That's the thing. I'm a busy working professional mom. I have no extra time on my hands either. This has to work really, really quickly. I have kids. I have to do, all the homework and the food and the everything. I just have to be a little bit more careful because that's the hard part of hand modeling. The easy part of hand modeling is showing up and having beautiful hands. The hard part is maintaining them 24 hours a day.
Now, can you hold your kids' hands or?
Sometimes you just have to be a mom and throw caution to the wind
I
and hold
love it.
hands. Yeah.
Ellen, where can our viewers get your wonderful products?
You can get this at handperfection.com. That's my online store. It's
Okay.
very easy. It's a great deal right now. It's actually $19.99 for 1, 2, and then the third product all together. It's an amazing deal.
What?
$19.99?
Yeah, I know it's a special right now, so hurry up.
Okay.
Oh boy, well, this is going to be online forever. So if you see the $19.99 price,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's Hand Perfection, handperfection.com.
thank you
I,
so
I have one more question
Okay.
before we go. I would like to know, where would we have seen your hands? And what
Good
commercial?
question.
My hands have been everywhere.
Wait a minute, we don't know those. Like where?
Tell us.
Well, I do a lot of the phone products. Sometimes I do the very secret ones before they're out, so that's very exciting.
Cool. You mean like the phone that we all had? Cool.
Yeah.
Right, and the new technology has been great because they always want hands in it to show size. So for hand models, it's boom time.
Wow,
Yeah,
right.
because all those things. And
Well,
then-
I was thinking of a dishwashing detergent ad that I saw, and somebody was kind of going like
I
this.
know, I wondered if that was you. I just wondered,
Yeah.
is it you?
Yeah.
I wonder because I
recognize those hands.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah, so I do a lot of that. I do, the little manicure ones. I do a lot of Avon. I do a lot of, the practical products.
Fabulous, girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, do you work every single day?
Well, in my mind, I'm working every single day because I have to take care of
I
them.
mean, as far as like modeling.
Actually
okay.
working that I'm showing up on a set probably a couple times a week. Sometimes it's every day, some
Wow.
days it's once a week. It just depends on the season and what's
And-
going on.
Ellen also does foot modeling.
Yes. And she has pretty feet, I know this right away.
She's just pretty all over.
Yes,
and
she
we are
is.
so happy that
We
you came
are.
to be with
We
us.
are.
Hand
Yes.
model high five.
Yes.
Very, you were perfect.
Thank you for coming.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.